Hello, everyone. My name is Tina Banks, and I am your host today on Burrow's Best Podcast. And today I have a treat for you guys. I have the pleasure of speaking to Miss Lasharett Wilkerson, the owner and founder of Studio Luxe and Luxe by Law. Thank you so much for meeting with me today.
Thank you for having me.
Most definitely. So tell us about yourself and what was the inspiration behind starting Studio Luxe and Luxe by Law?
Okay, well, as you introduced me, my name is Lasharett Wilkerson. I am the owner of Studio Luxe by Law Hair Salon. I'm also the owner of Luxe by Law Hair Braiding Company. I am from Statesboro. I was born about 15-20 minutes from here in a little town called Claxton, Georgia. I am a single mother of 4 beautiful children from ages 21 to about 16. Wow. And, I was a young mother. I had my first child at 16 years old. Being a young mother, I faced a lot of different challenges, but there was always like an urge in me to want better for my children, better life for my children, better life for myself. So I've always had this urge to want to be a business owner. So over the years, facing different trials and tribulations, here I am today.
Hey. Look where you are now.
Yes.
Doing big things.
Yes, ma'am.
So what initially got you interested in braiding hair?
I can remember starting out braiding, playing with dolls, around 8 or 9 years old, just, playing around in their hair, just, doing little plaits and different little styles. And, that kind of turned into me and my friends, practicing on each other, doing each other's hair, just, playing around, doing little girly things or whatever. And, I soon kind of learned that I had a passion for it and I could actually do it. So some of my friends' mothers, they kind of took interest in some of the styles that I was doing. So I went from doing some of my friends' hair to doing some of their family members. Wow. And, their family members would tell other people. So, that was how I kind of made my money to support me and my baby at the time. And then a couple of years ago, I just decided to branch out from what I was doing at the time and go full time with opening a business, braiding hair.
So what were you doing at that time before you started this?
I was working at a chicken processing plant. I worked there for about 3 years. And, being that I was a single mother, I was a high school dropout. I was, it was a job that I really didn't like. Yeah. But, I had to do what I had to do to, make ends meet for me and my babies.
So at what point did you say, no more, not going back another day?
Oh, God. Like I said, I hated the job. So I don't think there was just like a point. But I could just remember getting up and going to work one day and just knowing that, just barely making it, barely. There had to be a better way. So I can remember just being at work one day and there was a still voice in me, just something just said, you already have what it takes. Because I had been, kind of trying to strategize a way out. I had applied for a different job, a better paying job here closer to home. And I actually got hired for the job. But, I was just at my wit's end with that job. So whenever I heard that still voice, I was like, I already got what it takes. Like, this got to be a joke. Like, what is it or whatever. So one day when I just woke up and I just decided that I couldn't continue on. So I started taking, there was a couple of my neighbors that knew that I braided hair. So because I always braided kind of, in my free time just to make extra money. So I a couple of them contacted me about doing their hair, and I braided their hair. And I was scrolling on social media one night, and there was a lady that was looking for someone to braid her daughter's hair. So I inboxed her, and she didn't ask for any pictures or anything. She just, I guess you could say, someone would say that was God just, saying
confirmation.
Confirmation. So I did her hair, and I just posted some of the pictures. And so I got a lot of inquiries after then about braiding their hair. So I was like, okay, let's see how this
thing.
Yeah, let's see how this goes. So, within a month or so, I had successfully replaced my income at my last job. And within a couple of months, like, I was being booked constantly. So, I started thinking, I lived in a tiny apartment at the time, and it was kind of stressful, having 4 children and people in and out of your houses. And, I just wanted a more comfortable setting for my clients. So, I reached out to my makeup artist, which she rented a studio here where I'm at now. And I asked her, information about the guy that she rented from. And I reached out to him, and he then, showed me my studio, the first studio that I was in.
I know. We've upgraded.
Yeah, upgraded a little.
Yes.
And I just took a leap of faith. And like I said, here I am today.
Wow. And look at where you are today. It's beautiful in here, you guys.
Thank you.
Totally amazing. So how did you come up with the name? Because you were just like, I have a business now.
Yes.
And I don't want to call it Lacharett's Braids. So we did something a little high class.
Yeah. So my initial vision was like this luxury braiding salon. We were, when I looked around my hometown, we really didn't have any. We had salons, but we really didn't have any braiding salons. So, when I envisioned the salon that I wanted to open, I knew that I wanted to provide luxury services. So that's where the Luxe came into place in. So being that I was renting a studio, I just put the two together and called it Studio Luxe.
Perfect.
So whenever I went to register my business name and everything, I realized there was a lot of Studio Luxe. So I kind of just put my twist on it and put by lot on the end of it and kind of made it my own.
Yeah. So you never owned a business prior to this before?
No.
What challenges have you faced in being a new entrepreneur?
Oh, I faced a lot of challenges. Being that I've never owned a business before, running a business was new to me. No one taught me anything. Everything that I learned, it was trial and error. I made a lot of mistakes. So basically just doing my own research and just taking my mistakes and just teaching myself how to, become greater over time. Yes.
And sometimes that's the greatest teacher.
Yes.
We have mentors which are great. They will save us a lot of times. But some things that we need to learn are going to come from doing it, from the experience.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So tell us about some of the most popular styles that you're doing.
Well, right now, everybody's pretty much wearing... I'm known for knotless and stitch braids. So when I first started doing knotless, there weren't a lot of people here in Statesboro that were doing knotless. So when they became a big thing, that I've done so many knotless, I can't even count on one hand.
Yeah, and that's the only style that my daughter wants to wear as well.
Yes.
But it's a great style. It protects your hair versus having the knot on.
Yes, ma'am.
So tell us a little bit about your hairline.
Okay, being a braider, I have tried hundreds of different types of hair, and they come in all different type of textures, lengths, colors, everything. So when I first started braiding, I knew that I wanted to provide hair with the service, to make it more simple for my clients to just come in and just not even have that to worry about. So with doing that, I thought, okay, well, let's see, I started writing down different ideas of, the type of braiding hair that I wanted, because I was going to the hair store at first, and, some hair would, I just couldn't find anything that I absolutely loved. I had a lot that I could work with, but, nothing that I absolutely loved. So I started writing down different ideas of, how I wanted to feel, stuff that would make it convenient to me as a braider.
Yes.
And then I had a lot of clients that were complaining about having, sensitive scalps and skin issues, and the braiding hairs that they were using was breaking them out. So I started, thinking about that as well. And then when I started doing my research, I realized there weren't a lot of Black-owned braiding hair companies. So I shopped around for a while, and I found a vendor that the hair that I provide now. So I tried it out on my clients for a couple of months, and my clients absolutely loved it.
I bet.
It was very convenient for me, lightweight, easy to braid. It didn't hurt your fingers. It was tangle free.
Wow.
I just absolutely loved it. So then I then hired a brand manager, and we went forward with the steps to promoting my hair brand. And I launched last year in July.
Yeah.
Yes.
So awesome. So incredibly amazing. So what advice can you give someone that may be looking to one day own their own studio or just a business in general? Since you started, you know how you felt when you started a business, you didn't have a clue. What kind of advice could you give someone?
It can be very overwhelming. What I would say is make sure you have an absolute passion for what you want to do. Because if you don't, running your own business, you don't have anybody to fill in for you. Can't just call out when you get ready.
So true.
So you have to make sure that it's something that you absolutely love to do. And just do your research. Do a lot of research. Take your time. Don't be so quick to just jump out and do things, because I kind of just jumped into things. So there's a lot of things that that I had to learn, but you're still going to make mistakes. Just be patient with yourself, and put your all into what you're doing, your product, whatever you're selling, your service, whatever, and things will eventually they'll work out for you.
Yeah, and I agree. And people can tell if you're passionate about your craft or not,
They
or
sure
if you're
can.
just doing it, like if it's just like another job or another thing that you're doing.
Yes.
So I think that is so important. So do you have a personal motto that you live by?
My motto is I add value to people's lives. We know that Black women, we take pride in our hair.
Yes, we do.
Yes. So I like to know that, when you come into my salon, first of all, I know that it makes me feel good that you trust me to do your hair. And, we know a new hairstyle can just make us feel 10 times better. We can come in feeling, down, and once we get that hair done, honey, we're just on 10.
That's it.
So, I like to see the smiles that I put on women's faces. I have a lot of women come in, they have, alopecia, and, they've never worn braids before, and it's just a different experience with every client.
Yeah. They have a saying that's saying that I'm a beautician, not a magician.
Yes.
But I really think that.
I've worked some magic on some.
I was getting ready to say, and once you see like the before and the after pictures, I'm like, wow.
Yes.
Especially if you have people that come in and they don't have hair, then they leave with this crown full of hair.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
It's a big difference. So let's switch a little bit and let's talk about your favorite business in the borough.
Favorite business in the borough? That is hard to say.
It is hard.
I have a lot. I admire every Black-owned business right now that is out here just doing their thing. Like since I've established my own business, I have a newfound respect for business owners, because it takes a lot. But if I had to pick, A favorite business. I actually have two.
Okay.
Two photographers. Actually, they both were my classmates. One is Cedric Bacon. I haven't really had a chance to support him like I would like to. I supported him early on when he first launched his business, and he does amazing. I've seen his transformation over the years, and he does amazing.
He's growing too.
Yes, yeah. I'm looking forward to working with him in the future. But my go-to photographer is Lisa Marie.
All right. Shout out to Cedric and Lisa.
Cedric and Lisa, yeah, they are so dope. Personality, everything about both of them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Phenomenal choices.
Yes.
So guys, shout out Cedric Bacon or Lisa Marie if you're looking to have some photography done. So Lasharett, I have truly enjoyed hearing your story and speaking with you today. So can you tell us the best way to connect with you on social media?
I have both of my business pages. You can contact me. I check message daily. Messages will be answered within 24 hours, but I'm on Instagram and Facebook at Studio Luxe by Law. If you're contacting me about braiding hair, both of those pages also are Luxe by Law on IG, Instagram, and on Facebook.
Okay. So you guys heard it here first. So if you're looking for an appointment or want to refer someone, find her on her social media pages, or you can come by and visit downtown Statesboro. What is the address here?
37 East Main Street, and I'm at Suite 18.
All right, Suite 18, and it's very nice and Luxe, you guys. So come out and support. Thank you.
Thank you.